What was the best moment of one lawyer destroying another lawyer? If it weren't for Tom the small-town attorney, my parents would have been in financial ruin. Instead, their attorney tore their bank and contractor a new one. In 1973, my parents had enough money to build a little ranch house in the country. The small bank in town approved the mortgage, and the bank signed a contract to give Bob the money to build the house. Bob, as it turns out, was overbooking himself all over town, leaving his clueless minions to do the actual work. The build took longer and longer, with more and more work having to be ripped out and redone. We're not talking about using the wrong color paint or nailing up some wonky trim here. We're talking about how the architect forgot to fully erase a line on the blueprints, and so the framers built a wall through the bathtub. We're talking about how my mother was told, don't put anything heavy in the kitchen cabinets, because they were attached to the drywall, not the studs, using a few roofing nails through the back of each cabinet. We're talking about how the garage door opening was framed into the living room instead of towards the driveway, and so on. When the bank's representative showed up for the final inspection, my parents met him in the front yard and refused to sign off on Bob's work. Then the representative became angry, as the bank had paid Bob a lot of money already. He strode to the front door in frustration, pulled on the doorknob, whereupon the entire door, casing included, fell on top of him. It had simply been wedged into place, rather than being nailed. The bank called Bob, who finally showed up to supervise the work himself. The only problem was that Bob